each and every one of you for being here today as we really share in the experience of having the opportunity to share Shakia Gunn's story, but also her life, her memory, and what she stood for. I want to take this opportunity to thank the LGBT Center of Newark and all of the hard work that they put into creating visibility for our LGBT community and really counter some of the negative narrative that we're hearing out in today's world. I am a native of Newark. I was raised on the south side of Newark in the Stellaway Projects. I've had the opportunity as a resident of the city and as a gay young Latino man to really experience the organizations that are doing incredible, impactful, life-saving work in this city.
Shakia's death is why there is a Newark LGBTQ Community Center. It's hard work. It's very hard work. But it has to continue. Because if you think about what's available in the city of Newark for LGBTQ people, we're not gaining more. We're gaining less. You know, the societies change, things change, priorities change. But we have to maintain this safe space because our young people are still dying on the streets of Newark. And that needs to stop.
It was basically in the Star Ledger, and it talked about the day that Richard turned himself in. He surrendered. So I had no idea that 20 years later I would be sitting in front of you talking about this.
But Shakia's family is here. If you all would just stand up and let the crowd know who you are. This film actually premiered at New Fest in New York City in 2008, and the fact that it still is relevant today means that we still have a lot of work to do.
Where was everybody when Shakia was killed?
And being openly gay, I can always relate to the situation that's going on, because that could have been me. Even when I go to these biased incidents with victims, I'm like, wow, that could have been me for being a victim at the time. So I do take it personally. I do enjoy what I do. I just, try my best to be involved, educate, and, be active. So.
A lot of what I keep in mind, because just like Brian said, I could have been Shakia that day too. Many a days my friends and I traveled on the PATH train to the pier, back to Newark. And we knew once we got off the PATH train in New York City that we were free, that we could be all that we wanted to be. And so when I'm doing the work here in Newark, I remember that. And I try to create the safe space here in our own city so that our kids don't have to leave home to be anything, that they could be right here in the city of Newark. And that's what I keep in mind.
I'm a big believer that as we begin to think about safe spaces and as we move into the internet and the online world post-COVID, looking at how we look at safe spaces as just being physical locations, maybe how we need to start to look at how are we creating safe spaces out in the world? How do each and every one of us represent a safe space when you go out into your workplace, when you go out into your school, or into whatever social circles you represent? How are you representing that safety and what a safe space means? Thank each and every one of you.